And yeah, it started shaping me into a person that I guess I am till today. But again, I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm still selfish at times. I'm still lazy at times. I still have my problems that I want to fix. You know what I'm saying? But by me trying to even talk about, like I've never actually talked about this ever. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever talked about this, like, on broadcast ever.
Wow.
You know? And you know, and even calling me out, it's like I really didn't want to do this, honestly.
Yeah.
But first, you know, I got mad loyalty to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right
like
there.
Dorothy, you know, you guys don't know, man. She got mad love for her peeps. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to do this. But yet again, I don't want to be this boring guy like, oh, what are you doing? Nothing. What am I doing on TV? You know what I'm saying? You know, I got to do my thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to try to explain as much as I can in the time that we have.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. I asked you one question. Look where we are.
I know, right? What's going on?
I'm about to ask another one when you're ready. Oh, wow. So, I mean, in that whole period of time, and Drunken Tiger has gotten so popular, and of course we can say it's one of the ones that really blew up probably in the hip-hop, community here.
Right.
So, at that time, and I remember talking with you and discussing this with you on radio at one time, this was at a time where hip-hop was probably very new to Korea. So how did you go about handling that with the audience?
In the beginning, hip-hop wasn't really new in Korea. I think there's a lot of the older how do you say this in English? You know what? I can't even speak English anymore. But a lot of the 선배s, right?
Yeah.
The seniorities, I guess. They're the ones who really laid down the foundation for a lot of the dance music. I mean, obviously hip hop music is part of this culture of music, and you listen to a lot of the older generation guys like 서태지 아이들, Deuce, 현진 Young, Jinwoo Shun. I mean, and the list goes on. And they just had they were doing their hip hop.
Yeah.
That's hip hop too. You know what I'm saying? It's just considered, I guess, more of a Korean style hip hop. You know what I mean? What we brought in was more of a Western style hip hop.
Okay.
And it was not like I said, it wasn't something that we were the pioneers of. I mean, hip hop has been around since the 70s. It was born with the DJ spinning continuous music together.
Yeah.
And that's where really hip-hop is from, it was about block parties. It's been around, and that's something what I learned from. I learned from, okay, I see what, hip-hop's about, I see this. But that has never made me an expert in the hip-hop industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was still learning,
Yeah, but Korea makes you that expert. It kind of, even if you feel that you're not
I really don't think so.
Because people put you in a position where they say, oh, would you please do a lecture for us about hip-hop?
Right. But hip-hop, for me, and I'm always talking about this, it's a way of life, it's a part of your soul, you know what I mean? It's like, I can literally say hip-hop is just another way or another culture or another feeling, that people have, And so when you look at even like the old music, like the folk music, the trot music, like in Korea, you can really hear the soul in that, and that's like real hip-hop to me, you know what I mean? I mean, it just, everybody has it, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I was just one to express myself more in that area, so I guess hip-hop always kind of followed me around. And yeah, so when we first came out, it was wild because they were like, I remember one of our shows that we had, it was at such and such hotel, right? Yeah. And it wasn't even a hip-hop show. It was like a fashion show, but it was like a weird kind of fashion show. It wasn't not like one of those catwalk shows. It was just like a weird kind of fashion show. You had all these 아저씨s and 아줌mas, right? And they were like around, and you got these kids running around, and the 아저씨s are eating their anjus and drinking their beers, and it was just, it was just weird. There was no stage, there was nothing, right? So we came out, we're like, oh man, how are we supposed to rock the house, right? And then we're like, forget it, man. It's all about 2 microphones and let's just bust, right?
All right.
So yeah, so we came out, we're like, jump, everybody jump. And then people were just like, really, they're just like, what are they doing? And we're just going, wow, like, And I still remember their faces.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like, it was at one point I felt like, oh, I'm finally home. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh yes, that's, you know, I mean, my whole life I've been trying to fight for my peoples in America. You know, it's like, and when I touched down in the motherland, and just when I was in Korea, showing my stuff, it was like, I was like, oh man, this is what I've been waiting for, and there's a lot of really, if you look at and listen to a lot of the old Drunken Tiger stuff, right? There's a lot of pride in there, you know, there's a lot of, there's a lot of hunger in there, you know what I mean? And that all came because of our emotions, you know, what we went through and what we built it up against, right? But yet at another side, we looked at it like, okay, it's not going to be anywhere near a one-way street. You know what I mean? This is going to be very difficult. We're going to experience things that we've never experienced. We're going to go through things that we've never even dreamt about or thought about. So yeah, we expected it, but yeah, it was wild in the beginning, and a lot of times we had to teach that. You know, I think that of what I remember, we were the first group to really commercialize people saying ho. You know, it's like we got up on stage. You know, they wanted us to lip sync in the beginning, but we were like, nah, we're MCs. We don't believe in lip syncing. You know, what? You know, give me the live microphone, and we'd be like, yeah, doing our thing, and we go say ho, and you know, people, everyone's supposed to say ho. They're supposed to go ho, right? But they would go what or 뭐라고?
뭐라고?
Or what? You know, and sometimes they would catch on, and they would actually say the say part. They go. We go say ho, and they go say ho. And we go, no.
Just say
Just say ho. They're like, just say ho. No. So yeah. I remember a lot of times it was like that.
Wow.
But like I said, that's something that we didn't make. You know, it was something that's always been around, and that's you know, that's what an MC's about. You're the master of ceremony. You're controlling the crowd. You're working the crowd. The crowd's working with you. So you're always in that, groove, right? And once people started catching along, it was like, they started really opening their ears, opening their eyes. Not only that, but we, obviously in music in general, you're always trying to upgrade. You know, I mean, at least that's my thing. Like, if I want to make something, I don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. You know, somebody might like that, or maybe a diehard fan might like that you do the same thing over and over. But just as what I felt is, I don't want to be doing that. I want to upgrade. I want to try to, make some new stuff or learn